respect and discipline. Welcome to the first installment of Sports and Life Podcast, LRDDNA Sports. I said in my status, this is going to be one of the hardest ones to do because this is the most personal thing that's kind of going on with me right now. And I want to get that out in the open. I don't want to say no names. I don't want to put nobody, but I am going to tell my side, my truth, my whatever, and my feelings. And honestly, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't care how anybody else perceives me. I know what I do. The people that I do things for, they know what I do. So, and I give a lot. So the very first one, first and foremost, I'm happy to do this. I've been waiting to do this for a very, very long time. First thing first is, I have no beef with no one. I got no ill will with no one. I have no quarrel with no one. None of those things. I have no issues with anybody. But whether people have issues with me or not, best believe the air is really thick when I get around a lot of people, depending on who they are and what it is or whatever it is. And so one of the biggest things is as a development coach, I've been doing this since high school. I was always the kid with, all of the things to help train people, weights, pulleys, dribbling aids, shooting aids, whatever. I had all of that stuff. I didn't want toys for Christmas. I didn't want, little things for Christmas, like when someone be like, yo, teach me to Tim Hardaway crossover. Got you. Can you help me with my balance? Got you. Whatever it may is. I make my own equipment, whatever. I've always been that person. So, I've been doing this for give or take over 25 years, easily over 25 years. That's crazy to me because I've never wanted to quit this because of the people that I train. It's always been either the parents that's impatient or they just don't want to hear the truth. And I've been one of them people that I'm going to earn every dime I get. I'm going to tell you the truth, what it is. It is what it is. If your kid's not built out for this, I can tell you, look, I can make him good, but he's not going to be built for this. And I've always been honest when it comes to that type of stuff. So, this is extremely competitive field, and it's not competitive in who does it better. It's flooded with so many trainers and whatever. Don't get me twisted. Everyone is not a trainer. I name drop a few people because they're my mentors, and I always tell my mentors this. Mr. Brad Pinchback and Frank Horton, big brothers. Al, those are my brothers. I love those dudes. And my brother Ray, Gene, these are all my big brothers. And I always say, it's more drillers in the community than it is development coaches and trainers. And, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely nothing wrong with being a driller. Those are needed. You need someone to drill something into you and to get you good at it. But a trainer is a person that figures it out, help you get better at it. If you're not good at one thing, we try to figure out another thing to make you good at it. And then we work on those things that you're not good at as we long. And drilling is not working on anything. Drilling is being consistent in doing something. Working on it is getting better at something. And I honestly, I just don't think people understand it too. And drilling will get you good, but your ceiling becomes really, really short. Where development coach, your ceiling is through the roof. You're always willing to learn. And even at my age, at 40 plus, I'm always learning. I'm always developing. I'm always trying something new. I'm always building my own whatevers. That's just what I've been. And I've always been a person that I can take a person that's not good at all and make him a dog, a monster, than having a person that has all the skill in the world that believes that no one can teach him anything. but they want to train with you thinking they can get something from you. But if you're not willing to receive the training or the developing, you're never going to be good. And that's literally, I want to say, 70% of kids out there. They think they know it all already. They think they're doing something good. And then when you give them the simplest drill, they can't hit 5 in a row, 10 in a row, but they're great already. They don't need no help. And then they get into their high school games and middle school games, and then they struggle. But to get down to the get down is, you know, it's a couple people, but it's always the air is really thick when I'm around them. And my name comes up and it pops up and this, that, and the other, whatever. So, you know, one, like I said, I have no ill will, no beef, no quarrel with nobody. But you can tell when that air is thick. And I also don't feel like I'm better than anybody. I have my own lane and they have their own lane. And, we're not in the same bracket of when we're doing this, even though we're all grouped up in this development, coaching, whatever. So, like, it's people I got issues with, or they got issues with me, or whatever it may be. And you're more welcome to come here and talk to me about it. You're more welcome to keep it in private and talk to me about it. You're more welcome to do whatever. But the one thing that you cannot take from me is I've been helping people and kids from day one. And when I mean I've been helping, I mean I had a group of youngins that used to come to my house every day. They used to work out with me. I used to pick them up. I used to make sure they get home. If they ain't had nothing to eat, I make sure we fed them. If they needed something, they need basketball shorts, whatever, I made sure I gave it to them. Like, I didn't give shoes right off of my feet to a kid that couldn't, they couldn't afford them. I didn't, gave clothes to whoever. So like I give. I didn't give people my last dollars, knowing I probably needed it more than them, but I know they could use it, type of thing. And that's always been my downfall. I wanted to do more for people than anyone ever did for me. And I'm not saying that because I did something for you, you owe me anything. I did that to make me feel good because I deal with depression, anxiety, stress, whatever. Like, I do things for others because it makes me feel better. It makes me have some type of self-worth. Whether I get anything out of it or not, it makes me feel good. So, like when I got issues with trainers, if I walk up to you and I extend my hand and then I get dusted off or I get pushed away, or when people come up to shake my hand, they only shake my hand when they're around certain people. But then when we're one-on-one and they see me in the street, I don't even get looked at. I don't even get a nod. But when they're around certain people, it's, hey, what's up? And it don't even be real. It just be so whatever. And honestly, for all you people, whether I helped you, I didn't help you, you respect me, you don't respect me, whatever it may be, I don't need the handshake. I don't need the acknowledgement from knowing you. And I don't need the fakeness. That right there is my kryptonite. I do not like the fakeness, and it makes me want to go out of my character. So with that being said, I don't want to deal with that. So if you got any kind of issue with me, even don't be fake with me. Come talk to me face to face. People come to me. First and foremost, I really give my clients away. Like, if it's a group that can't afford me, or if it's a group or people that don't like what I'm doing, dude, I refer them to other people, great trainers. I'm not going to say their names. I'm not going to say who they are, but I refer them. They know who they are, and if they don't know who they are, they're just blind to the fact. And honestly, I don't care because they didn't want to deal with me because of whatever my price leads to be, or whatever somebody else said about me, or whatever it may be. They don't want to do it. Look, I can refer it to somebody else. Great, go there. And it's normally to a person that don't rock with me whatsoever. They're not cool with me whatsoever. And I'm okay with that, 1,000%. Like, yo, you ain't got to rock with me. Dude, I do that because I still have some type of respect for you to give you this person or send this person your way. Just because I don't rock with you, or just because we're not cool and we're not buddy-buddy, or I'm not in the clique of group of people that you're with, doesn't mean I don't respect you. I just don't hang around you. It is what it is. And I'm absolutely okay with that. But I've dealt with that from helping these kids out growing up from at a young age all the way through. I mean, when I'm telling you I help kids out My house can got robbed by people that I let in my house. I looked out for people that used to wear my clothing brand before it was LRD. It was just my nickname, Handles. And they would wear headbands, t-shirts, shorts, whatever that I would make. And now it's just nonchalant. It's like I didn't do nothing. Like I wasn't there to help no one out or did anything for you. And I'm cool. Look, you don't have to acknowledge me, but don't be fake with me either. But the thing that is, to me, that's bothersome is if you're such the proud person that you are, you should be proud enough to talk to me man to man. You should be proud to talk to me woman to man. You should be proud to talk to me person to man, whatever. Because literally, I don't run from nothing. Period. Talks, fights, arguments, whatever. Like, it is what it is. I took way more W's than I ever took L's, but I love the L's that I take because they're never losses. They're always lessons. It just shows me how to deal with you in a different way. And that's one of the hardest things to do in life is to go from being really cool with someone or tight with someone or okay with someone to now it's a different type of feeling that doesn't feel good or it doesn't feel neutral. So then I have to turn my ways. I have to curve them. I have to, okay, this is how I got to deal with this. And it's never in a disrespectful way. It's just, okay, cool. I just won't come around. I won't be near you. I won't hang out around y'all, whatever it may be. So, that is one of the biggest things that I'm dealing with in this area in Montgomery County because it's so swamped. When people see what you're doing and they think that you're making a gang of money, people want to jump right in there. And then, like, don't get me wrong, some of these people is doing it for the right reason. Some people is just stealing money. At the end of the day, you stealing money and cool. Like if this is what you want to do and people don't want to see that, that's on them, not me. As long as you ain't stealing it out of my pockets, I don't care. But I love what I do. It's people that I took on as projects that I've never asked for a dime. And then it's people that, that's like, they're willing to give me everything. The old Gil was always angry. And I started to notice that being angry got me nowhere. Being mad at these things got me nowhere. It didn't make me, drop or do worse either, but it just got me nowhere. And my goal is to do different things. And mind you, I do everything myself. My clothing brand is myself. My training is very rare that I got help unless one of my boys look out for me if I need them to help defend or whatever. But literally all of this stuff is myself. No one backs me with money. No one truly supports what I do. No one's out there sharing my content. Like I put stuff out like this is because one day down the line, someone might see it and be like, man, that really helped me. So like, that's normally what I do when I'm putting content out when it comes to my basketball stuff. And I always got two pages. I got a page to just release myself, to just say whatever I want to say. And then I got my business page where I keep it extremely professional. And honestly, it's hard to keep those two apart at times, but it's the equalizer as well. It allows me to get whatever off my chest in one spot. But as a business person, I can keep it completely business. And mind you, even in business, you can take on bad things and act out bad ways. And it's still okay because you got to protect yourself. You got to protect your business. But when you're being yourself, you also got to conduct yourself in a business way and don't overdo it. So I'm getting better at that every day. It's so many people that I was cool with at one point, and then now it's wild because people will come up to me and be like, yo, why this person don't mess with you, or why this person don't rock with you, or why this person this. And I'm like, dude, you gotta ask them. And the crazy thing is these people will go ask them. And this happened multiple times with multiple people. And the same answer happens every time. Yo, man, why you don't mess with Gil? Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And what comes out of their mouth is the most hilarious crap ever is, well, you know how Gil is. And the funny thing is, all them people say the same thing. Yeah, I know exactly how Gil is. But what that has to do with you not messing with them? And then they'd be like, well, Gil be Gillin or Gil is Gil. And I'd be like, they can't say nothing. Like there's no real, like if you don't have a real reason to dislike me, dude, that's weird. Like that's some weirdo stuff. And 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 I ain't built on weird stuff because I got a lot of crap to deal with. So I don't need weird stuff to deal with. It's hard enough being dyslexic, reading and writing and struggling with that. People in general is dyslexic with life. They rather click up and just, because this person don't really rock with you, so I'm not going to rock with you, no matter what good I'm doing. And then the crazy part is I did nothing to warrant that. So, like, to me, I do little things that, like, these people that really don't rock with me like that, they don't support me like that, they don't share my videos, they don't do anything. Like, I be training their kids for free sometimes, and they have no freaking idea. And the crazy part about that is they have no idea. And then, but they talking about me like a dog, or they got these nonchalant like actions. It's like, what is he doing here? It's a public place. I'm allowed to be anywhere I want, and I train a lot of kids. So, so like it's weird. So to say all of that for my first episode of this show, which I'm proud of, which I'm doing by myself, I host by myself, I video by myself, I edit by myself, I do everything by myself. Would I like someone to help me? Absolutely. But if people ain't willing to rock with me, then this must go on. I can't quit on life. I'm not built that way. My mother never made me that way. And my pedigree from my father's side and my mother's side, it's a crazy combination of both of theirs and me. And neither one of them back down to nothing. And I'm not going to start today, but I'm also not going to go out my way to catch you. Now, if you want to cross my path and you be disrespectful, I'm all for the get down. Win, lose, or draw, I'm all for it. But if you want to stay on your side of the road and I stay on my side of the road, and you can do whatever you want, as long as you don't put me in no type of harm, we good. As long as my name is not constantly coming out your mouth, we good. And if it is, like I already try, like the crazy thing is I apologize for nothing to all of these people that I've ever had issues with. And I talk to neutral people, which I'm not going to put them in the middle of it. And I told them, like, yo, let them know, like, whatever we got to do to squash it, I'll squash it. Tell me what I did wrong so I can fix it. If you can't tell me what I did wrong, I cannot fix it. Problem is, I didn't do nothing wrong. So, like I said, to end this first episode on a great note is, I have no issues with no one. I have no problems with anybody. I love what I do as a development coach, as a person that cares for children, as a person that's willing to give my last to whoever truly needs it as a kid. And anyone that's been rocking with me and looked out for me and been cool with me, 100%, I love you guys. And this will be the last thing I will say because, like I said, I'm not beefing with nobody. But I will say this. If you're on the fence between me and whatever other choices that you have or whoever people you want to deal with, dude, go there. I don't need you on my side of the fence. I've been by myself for a long time when it comes to this stuff. I've been through so much, from my house getting broken into, burning down, people robbing me, people stolen cars, money, cash, phones. I mean, like the list goes on. Like I tell you, I done started over so many times that I hate to start over because like it's like, damn, it's just gonna happen again. And I know that's a bad way to look at it. But if it happens so much, you can kind of understand. So what I will leave you with today is, if you're not making a choice to change, do not expect anything different to happen. Period. I'm all about change in a good way. I'm all about change teaching me a lesson. I'm all about change just to be better every day. So with that being said, those 3 letters is everything to me: loyalty, respect, and discipline. This was my first episode. I'm happy to wrap it up. And I don't know how people are going to perceive it, but the one thing I will say is I can't wait for the feedback. I can't wait for the acknowledgement. I can't wait for people to give me anything that I can use to better myself in this platform, or just developing, or just as a person, because my goal is to grow every day, be better every day, add something to my bank every day. And when I mean bank, my memory bank, my health bank, any bank that's going to progress to make me a better person any day. So, hope y'all guys enjoy it. See you at the next episode.